Hello, everyone. My name is Franklin, and I'm really excited to talk to you about my Spanish progress in the first quarter of 2021. I want to say hello to Alex. It's nice to see you in the live chat as well. So we're going to go in here, and I'll just, again, tell you my Spanish progress. And I'm not going to compare myself against myself. I'm just going to go straight into this quarter. All right, so in March 2021, I read approximately 48 pages in La Educación, Spanish book I'm reading, and I watched approximately 1 hour. It says "and of," but it should be 1 hour of a Spanish course. Okay, so I didn't do that much in Spanish courses. I think that's all I did, about 1 hour, and I'll share some other things that I did. So this is what I need to do to complete my two big 2021 goals. I need to watch 189.39 hours of Spanish courses before 2021 ends. And I also need to read 1,835 pages in Spanish before 2021 ends. So there's a lot more things I need to do. All right, so I want to share with you some of my progress now in terms of the whole quarter. And I want to tell you, you can be inspired by others, but you need to compete only against yourself. And remember Philippians 4 and verse 13, I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. So let's go ahead and I'll share with you my reading progression from 2018 to March 2021. I have read, okay, so from January to March 2021, I've read approximately 165 pages. And then from 2018 to now, I've read approximately 3,845 pages in Spanish. So it's getting close to 4,000 pages. I want to say hello to Alex. Nice seeing you here in the live chat as well. It's always nice to see you. All right. And Alex, you say you would recommend an ASML Spanish course. I haven't tried that yet. I think that's something that you're doing. So thank you for that recommendation. Okay, so all right. So this is the hours of Spanish courses I've watched from 2020 to 2021. I watched 49.12 hours of Spanish courses. And this year I have been just doing LinkedIn learning classes so far. I could change that up and do something else, but that's just what I've done so far for my Spanish courses. Okay, and all right, so I want to share with you some updates as well about myself. So I shared with you some of my progress. One thing I want to really talk about, and I'm going to make a dedicated video about this, is reading in Portuguese. Like I've shared in my update, I've read almost 4,000 pages, not quite, but almost. And someone has been sharing with me things in Portuguese, just little paragraphs in Portuguese. I've been trying to read them in Portuguese. And I realized, I'm like, just a minute, I'm understanding the context of what I'm actually reading. I got a little excited about that to the point where I already bought a book in Portuguese. I've read this book in English. It's called Steps of Christ in English. It's called El Camino de Cristo in Spanish. That was my first Spanish book I read. And now I bought that book in Portuguese. And what I'm seeking to do is read a chapter of that book in Portuguese. I'm going to listen to the audio first, and then I will seek to read a chapter. I will use Google Translate if I want to, but it will only be translating from Portuguese to Spanish, my first time reading that chapter. And then I'm going to listen to the audio again and see if there's any improvement in my listening comprehension after reading a chapter. And I think that's going to be very interesting because I have heard people say that Portuguese is related to Spanish. And not only am I hearing people say that, now I'm seeing that in my own experience. And I am really interested in seeing more about that. I am not saying at this moment in time I want to learn Portuguese, but I want to share with people a little bit of, okay, if you're reading in Spanish, if you're listening to things in Spanish, watching things in Spanish, do you actually have a background and a basis to be able to go into a third language in Portuguese? And I think the answer is going to be yes, but I'm not sure about the listening comprehension so much. But stay tuned for that video because I think you might be interested in that. I surely am. So I'm waiting on my book to come. All right, so that's what I want to say about Portuguese. And again, you can ask me any questions. I'm also starting to read another book in Spanish as well. And this book I am doing in paper is a paperback book, and I'm not having to use a lot of Google Translate, and I'm really happy about that. So it's really nice to have that idea. Okay, I'm going to be able to read these hard level or high level Spanish books, which I have been doing, but then getting more and more to the point of just doing something where you're just reading a paperback book, and so I'm really thankful about that. And so, all right, I just wanted to share that with you. And I also have a new language partner, and so this is someone that reached out to me at first 1,000 hours and said, "Hey, would you like to talk and all of this?" And so we have a scheduled time where we have been talking together. This person has been learning English, and the person is doing pretty well, I believe. And this person is in another Spanish speaking country, and it's been nice to do a language exchange on WhatsApp, and I'm thankful for that. I did not include in my report this time about other things I'm doing. Like, I have still been going to the Zoom meetings. I just lost track of how many I've been to. I regularly go to Zoom meetings on Saturday mornings, and then sometimes on Friday nights. And then after this meeting, after this live stream, I'm planning to go to a Zoom meeting as well. All right, so Alex, you said this, and you say, I'm 16 and have been learning Spanish on and off for 2 years or so. I'm going to be teaching a beginner Spanish class in the fall. I'm excited. Awesome. I think that's really cool because what I have learned more and more, I think, in thinking about like how to even do a Spanish mini comprehension course, which is what my friend Becky and I are seeking to do, is you don't have to be an expert to be able to teach something, but you can just be one step ahead. And if you're one step ahead and you have gotten some experience that you can actually share that can be helpful to people that were like right behind you, then that can be really useful to them. So help. That's good. Okay. So Alex, you're asking this question. Can you go over how you manage your time / work learning balance? Okay. And I think I should probably have a dedicated video on that, but hey, I think that these type of live streams are more freestyle. So, hey, you're asking questions and I will answer that. So how do I manage my time? Well, what I try to do with Spanish is I try to really integrate that into my actual day. So one of the big things I seek to do is, I have my worship in the morning. And so instead of me doing that in English, most of the time that's now in Spanish. So I will be reading the Bible in Spanish. I've actually even started memorizing Bible verses in Spanish. I even have a group on this. I have a group on this Bible memory app. If anybody wanted to be in that, I can let you know about that. I'm trying to memorize the Beatitudes. That's one thing I'm trying to do. So that's not really taking extra time out of my day. I would already have been doing that in English. And then I like to sometimes watch things in Spanish while I'm eating. So I watch a lot of things in English on YouTube, but I didn't watch some things in Spanish. So that's not really taking any time out of my day either. And then on the weekend, I will go to Friday night. I will go to a Zoom meeting, and Saturday morning I'll go there. Actually last month I think I even went to a meeting on Sunday morning, and that was a meeting that was with people from Chile. That's kind of interesting. I was with Costa Ricans Friday night, then I was with people Saturday morning, and then Sunday morning was with people from Chile, and then I was with someone from another country on Sunday night. So obviously I wasn't in those countries, but I was able to connect online, and so I try to really take that, and try to take advantage of that. So basically, I just try to integrate Spanish in my life. I don't know if that really gives you the real answer to that question, but I like to follow my passions, and so I make time for what I'm interested in. But I think what I'm going to do is I want to have a dedicated video talking about my schedule. And there's one day that I think I did really well in, and I want to talk about how I did that and trying to especially dominate the morning. But I'll give more things about that later. Okay, so you said, do you have any thoughts about wanting to become a polyglot? Now, I actually did a video called "I Don't Want to Be a Polyglot," so you can watch that. It's on my channel. But so I'm not really trying to say, hey, I learned like 10 languages or 20 languages or something like that. I would rather go a little bit deeper into that instead of going broader. But I am interested in potentially exploring Portuguese. I'm not saying that I will do that, but I'm like, I have seen a little bit. I think I've gotten a little glimpse of why people might learn other languages, especially similar languages, because when I think about where I was in Spanish, which is my second language now, compared to where I believe I'm starting in Portuguese, knowing having that base of Spanish, it would help me get a lot further in Portuguese a lot faster because it's easier. So I think that there is something to be said about people that are able to learn multiple languages. If they have really focused on one of them, I think that it can give them a bigger stepping stone and going on into another language. So I'm not like opposed to learning a third language, but I don't think I want to probably try to learn 15 languages or 20 languages or something like that. And I like Spanish, and so I want that to really be a part of my life. And I think that if I do too many languages, I can know bits and pieces of the language, but I don't know if that will help me long term because I might not be able to use them so much, and then I'll just basically know bits and pieces, but I'd rather go deeper in a language. Okay, so this is what you said here. Alex, you said, if you need an amazing tutor, go to italki and search Esteban Fortunado. He's Portuguese and speaks 13 languages, and he's an amazing teacher. All right, thank you for that. I have not tried italki, but that is something to keep in mind. So thank you for that. And that's good to know that he's Portuguese as well. And also, the cool thing for me about Portuguese is one of my friends has gotten to a pretty high level in Portuguese, and so I know that I already have a connection with my friend that can help me with Portuguese too, and then that I know that can open up a lot of different. I already have connections if I really wanted to go into that. And I was thinking, the cool thing is if I know Spanish, English, and Portuguese, then basically those are languages that can definitely be used in South America, and opens up a broad world base for myself. Even if I never step foot in South America, which I want to do, at least I want to go to Honduras and Costa Rica. I would like to do that, but we'll see what happens. And I see what you say here, Alex. You say, great job, by the way. You're more committed than I am. Hey, the thing is, I was not even trying to learn Spanish when I was 16. I did go to an after-school Spanish program, you could say, when I was in elementary school, but I wasn't really, I was I guess I was interested because I went there, and I guess I elected to do that, but I wasn't really serious. I got more serious of seeking to learn Spanish when I would probably say around age 31. So this is what you say, Alex. There's a tutor from Mexico called Santiago Soria, and he's $4.50 an hour of conversation practice, $6 for 1.5 hours on italki. So, all right, thank you for that. That can be helpful for myself and others. So that's good to know. So yeah, one thing I want to do, speaking about conversation and things like that, is I need to test out Hello Talk. I have not tried that out as well, so I want to do that sometime soon. So I think I'll probably do that, and then also be able to share that with people as well. And so I see what you say, Alex. You said, I'm determined to become a polyglot, though we have different goals. I gotcha. Yeah, I think for myself, I I like one thing that has motivated me with Spanish is I have had when I went to this Christian's college, I saw a lot of people from different countries. I saw them speak all different types of languages. I didn't like it. I didn't like them speaking in Chinese or Russian or Korean or Spanish. I didn't like them speaking in German. But because I was in America and I'm like, why aren't they speaking in English in the cafeteria? But then I realized, hey, they know at least two languages, and that just started me in a different frame of mind and learning, knowing that, hey, this is not something bad, it's something good, and it can help me to connect with other people and and reach people and develop talents for God and things like that. And so I just like to keep on learning and growing in my life, and that's one of the things I wanted to do with my life was to grow in learning the language. And I stopped and I started and I stopped and I messed up and all those type of things, but I've kept on going, and now I'm really thankful for that because it literally is something I can use in the real world, and it's just going to continue to get better, I believe, as well. Okay, so you said you said it helps tremendously. I'm not, Alex, you said I'm not spreading myself thin, learning a dozen at the same, one at a time for a lifetime. Exactly. So that's a good thing to do. And I know that someone has said like polyglots learn languages. And how do they do that? They learn one at a time. And so when you do that, I think that's a better strategy than trying to learn like 10 languages at the same time. All right, but for myself, if I have only just learned English and Spanish, I think that's good. Adding another language on there, maybe like Portuguese, would be awesome. But I'm not sure. I'm very tempted to look at Portuguese, but then there is, I think another challenge for me that would be interesting would be Chinese or Hindi. Those are two other languages that I would be pretty interested in knowing, at least one of them. I'm not saying all of them, but it would be, if I was going to learn Chinese, I would need to put 1,000 hours in it. When I think about languages, I would think, okay, if I'm going to be really serious, I'm going to put at least 1,000 hours in seeking to learn the language. Okay, so you said this, Alex. I heard a quote that went something like this: learning a language is the only thing worth doing, even poorly. Well, some people, I have liked to learn little bits and pieces of a language, like even if it's Hmong or Chinese or Hindi or something like that. And it's nice to say "apke sahe," or it's nice to say "ni hao," or different things like that, because when you say that, especially to people that don't expect that you would say anything like that, I think it actually allows you to connect with people in a way that you wouldn't if you did not have that type of knowledge and all that. So I really do like being able to talk to people and connect with them. And so I would say, so Alex, you say this, I would say get to an extremely good level in Spanish before attempting Portuguese, or you'll start to mix them. So yeah, I know that's one of the concerns that people have with Portuguese and Spanish. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't have any plans of learning Portuguese this year. That could potentially change. But at this moment in time, I'm just going to dabble a little bit in that. I think that will be good for myself. And I think that would be good for people trying to learn what is the link between Spanish and Portuguese. And so that's what I'll say there. So it's really nice to have this conversation with you, and for everybody that has been here at first 1,000 hours. Last week I just didn't do anything in terms of having a YouTube video. I want to remind you that I do have an email list. If you like to join the email list, I will have a link in the description of this video. And what I will do as well, at least for a little bit, is I'm going to put a link to the last week's email that I had that gave a little sneak peek of the Spanish comprehension mini course that my friend and I are seeking to do. All right. So yeah, you said this as far as Portuguese and Spanish, you said they are way too similar. They are 80% lexical similarity, so they are very similar. That exactly, they are very similar, and that's why I think I could read so much in Portuguese. All right, thank you so much, Alex, for telling me good luck, and I wish you the same as well. All right, I wish not more than luck. I mean, I hope that you will continue in your Spanish journey, and just I wish you the best for the class that you'll be doing as well. And I would be interested with others to let me know, hey, how are you doing in your language learning as well? I will talk to you later. Bye bye.